Hi, my name is Ofuya Tamarabibi and I'm the product design lead at Bob Africa. What is a product? A product is an item or a service that is sold to serve a customer's needs. That is, it can either solve a problem or help the customer out wherever they have issues. Who uses a product? A product is typically used by people, human beings. So products are pretty much created for people to help solve problems. Products can be physical, can be digital, which is software, mobile applications, web applications, and whatnot. So yeah, a product is used by people. What is product design? Product design is the process of creating meaningful products or solutions to help solve a customer's needs. Simply put, what do product designers do? Product designers are responsible for creating meaningful products. To elaborate more on that, I would say product designers are responsible for the user experience of a product. As a product designer, your goal is to merge business needs and business goals with user goals and cook up a meaningful solution. So yeah, in summary, product designers are responsible for creating meaningful products and meaningful solutions. What industry needs product designers? Product designers are pretty much needed in quite a number of industries. We have different types of product designers. We have digital product designers, we have industrial product designers, and quite a number. For digital product designers, I would say they are needed in industries where the companies are heavily dependent on software. So you need your software to be very easy to understand, for your users or even for your staff. You need a product designer to help you do that. So the industries that need digital product designers are industries that are, or companies that are heavily dependent on software. What are the processes of designing a product? The product design process is pretty much in quite a number of phases and stages, and I'll mention quite a few. We have brainstorming. This is where you identify a problem and you try to look for ideas or solutions for that problem. Here, people bring up different ideas and you just narrow it down to the best one that fits. The second stage is user research. This is where you try to validate the problem you're trying to solve and understand your users' pain points, their goals, their needs, and whatnot. So here you pretty much craft personas that you work with. You conduct interviews for you to be able to craft these personas, and yeah, you complete your the research process is not exactly complete, but I mean that's a starting point. The third stage is the point where you are gathering requirements. So you've gone through the process of brainstorming, validating that there's a problem to solve, coming up with a solution. Now you need to gather the requirements. Now this is typically done with product managers, product designers, and even some engineers as well. The fourth stage of the product design process is wireframing. This is where you pretty much take all the requirements that you've gotten and put it in design. So here there are different types of wireframes. We have low fidelity and high fidelity. You can sketch on a paper. That's low fidelity wireframe. You can also go high fidelity, and this is where you use a design tool, to pretty much design an interface, put in colors and whatnot. Now the fifth stage I'll talk about is usability testing. Now this is when you have designed a couple of screens for whatever problem you're trying to solve, and now you need to test it with users, with the target audience you are building for. What tools are used in product design? So there are quite a number of design software to use, to be very honest, to design something. We have Figma, we have XD, we have Sketch, we have InVision, and quite a number. For me, I use Figma to design. Also, sometimes I can use Photoshop if I want to do any image manipulation for maybe a website design or I don't know, anything I want to use it for. But majorly, I rely heavily on Figma. What are the uses of these design tools? You use design tools to design interfaces, literally. So for Figma, you can use Figma to go from low fidelity wireframes to high fidelity wireframes to prototyping as well. So they are pretty much used to design interfaces for people. What is next after you become a product designer? So there are different phases your career can go in. You can choose to narrow it down to becoming a specialist in probably UI design, maybe UX design as well, because I mean, they're two separate things. They mean two separate things. You can also choose to just follow the career path of being a product designer. Here you become a senior product designer, probably a design lead at some point, a design manager at some point. And for companies that are embracing design now, we have VP of design and stuff like that. Yeah, so those are the possible career paths. I'm sure these have been helpful, but there's always more. Subscribe.